Coming soon to Sky Movies Plus.
Right now, we meet the stars and the creative team behind our new movie, Freejack, which gets its British television premiere on Sunday, the 22nd of August.
The new motion picture Freejack is an extraordinary futuristic action adventure set in New York in the year 2009. The film stars Emilio Estevez, Mick Jagger, Rene Russo, and Anthony Hopkins. In the story, Estevez plays a young race car driver who, in the biggest race of his career, crashes at 140 miles an hour and awakes to find that he has jumped 20 years into the future and is the subject of a massive manhunt. The screenplay was written by Hollywood's hottest science fiction screenwriter, Ron Shusett, who also wrote the screenplays for Alien and Total Recall. He considers this his best.
It's very much of a futuristic Hitchcock. It has more intrigue than Total Recall, more mood in between the action. It's about a time when people can store their brains in a computer and wait for a new body. It's sort of the next step up of body donor parts. So what it is, it's touching on the nerve of immortality. Because then really, as long as you can keep getting fresh bodies, you don't ever have to die.
The film is directed by a New Zealander, Jeff Murphy, who previously directed Emilio Estevez in the hit film Young Guns 2.
Apart from the fact that he's a consummate professional and wonderful to work with, he's like the guy you went to high school with or something. He's almost familiar. You know, he could have lived in the next block from where you were brought up.
It's a classic case of your ordinary man in an extraordinary circumstance. And he finds himself 20 years into the future, where his girlfriend is now older, and a lot of people want him for various reasons. Most importantly, they want him for his body.
Freejack also stars Anthony Hopkins, who, after more than 25 years in the business, finds his career hotter than ever, thanks to his stunning performance in Silence of the Lambs.
I have a few big speeches to learn, you know, and I learned them and thought about them a bit, then turned up and did it. And as long as you know your stuff, as long as you know the text, there's no problem, there's no sweat. Acting generally is very easy if you just don't make a fuss about it, you know.
The newcomer in this group is Rene Russo, a former top professional model. Freejack is her fourth motion picture. Undoubtedly, the most unusual casting selection involves Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones.
He's hugely larger than life. You can't walk down the street of Atlanta with him without causing a minor sensation. Like, he's just become public property in the most amazing sort of way. And so therefore to put him in a film and then give him a character name becomes an interesting proposition.
Freejack marks Mick Jagger's first film work in over 20 years. He portrays a charmingly ruthless mercenary.
The fun part for me was when I got the script, I felt he was a bit cartoony, you know. He was like a tough, cartoon-like character with not a lot of different facets. So I had to create different facets for him and create a bit more humor, and I don't get any sort of love life or anything, but I couldn't manufacture that. I did try.
For the actors, working in the arena of special effects can be enormously challenging.
We did a lot of things in the movie where I had to react to sets or something that wasn't there, a lot of blue screen things. You have to have an extraordinary amount of patience and imagination, and you have to be able to imagine in your mind what things would look like in the future, and you have to, again, trust the director and his vision. There's really nothing that he can say to you as the actor that can prepare you for what you're actually going to see on the screen. I hear it's extraordinary, the stuff in the spiritual switchboard. I hear you can't stop looking at it. From what I understand, it's just amazing.
Freejack. August on Sky Movies Plus.